You didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. You betrayed me, baby. I know that part.
Sometimes a nigga need to get away, but I can run and put the away. Like how the supposed to lead this way. The same, it's just a different day. If we being honest, little baby.
So today we have Olivia Rodrigo's album or EP, Sour. I won't lie, I don't know too much about her. I think I heard that she's on a Disney show.
See the subscriber count here? We really need to get that number up to 10,000.
She got songs popping on TikTok. Driver's License was huge. I will say I never truly heard that song through, but I wanted to get into her work because I heard Good For You and I like it. It interpolates Misery Business by Paramore. I am a fan of Paramore's sound, so off the rip, I enjoyed it. I always try to immerse myself in different musicians' catalogs. Me being a musician myself, it's very important to be well versed. That broadens and sharpens your own capabilities. Enough talking, I really want to get into her work. Okay, so the first track we're gonna hear is Brutal. Okay.
I did that all night, quit my job, start a new life, and they'd all be so disappointed, cause who am I if not exploited?
I'm so sick of 17, so she's 17? So she's young, okay. And if you are an Olivia Rodrigo stan, this is the opportunity for you to flex all your Olivia Rodrigo knowledge. But off the rip, I'm liking how she came in there. She said, and I'm so tired that I might quit my job, start a new life, and they'd all be so disappointed, cause who am I if not exploited? When the world can't exploit you, they try to point the finger at you like you're doing something wrong. But really, it's like what Kanye said. He said, I'm not out of control, I'm just not in their control. I like it. Olivia?
And I hate every song I write, and I'm not cool, and I'm not smart, and I can't even parallel park.
So this is the epitome of teenage thought. This is the epitome of things that you go through as a teenager. There's a lot of teenagers that can relate to this. I am 22 years old currently. So a lot of my teenage feelings are slowly kind of like getting out of the way. I'm still young. You know, I still think very youthful at times. But when I was like 16 and 17 years old, like I had a lot of these feelings. I don't know what's going on. A lot of anger towards the world because I was lost, you know? When you're under the age of like 13, you kind of just go off what your parents say, go off what your environment says. You're just kind of being ordered around. You don't really know. As you become a teenager, you start to develop your own mind. You start to get around friends. You start to develop interests in different things. Then you start to realize that your mind and things that you want to do doesn't really align with society or your parents or stuff like that, which creates a conflict in you because it's like the first time where you start really feeling resistance from the world and you question it. You're like, why is this happening? Like, because the world loves you until it doesn't anymore. So I understand, and I like this, man. She's really speaking to the youth.
It's brutal out here.
It's brutal out here. That's really how it feels. As you get older, you start to really kind of learn how to navigate things. And I'm even at a point now where it's like I'm getting more responsibilities and things. A lot of like adults around me and people that I kind of look to give me kind of some guidance in certain things. I learned that they just kind of accept things because that's just how things are. And I have a hard time just accepting that because it's like, can't we change things? Like, you know? Mostly a fan of the writing on that song. Just the honesty and the transparency of feeling lost and feeling like you don't know what's going on. And just that anger that you get from that. From the world being so brutal that it just makes you feel like what the hell? Like, what's going on, you know? I can't relate completely to those feelings now, being the age that I am. But I will say that I definitely felt all those feelings. So Olivia is learning an important lesson in life right now. Hoes gonna be hoes, man. Like, these hoes ain't loyal. And dudes is hoes too, don't get it twisted. I don't know how old you are, so I don't wanna, I don't wanna say too much. Cause I don't want, you know what I mean? I ain't your daddy, you feel me? I ain't your mama. like that. You didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. You betrayed me, baby. One thing that I will point out is I do like her production. Her songs are very cinematic. I can hear these being in movies. I can hear these being in TV shows. And she captures emotion really well. She literally could have named this like the Yachty album, Teenage Emotions. If you have watched any of my videos, you know, I say this all the time, I really love transparency out of an artist because that in turn will show growth throughout their catalog. We're gonna literally see her learn and grow throughout her career because she has chosen to be vulnerable and transparent in her work now. Track number 3, Driver's License. I have heard this. A lot of people have heard this. This was huge on TikTok.
Probably with that blonde girl.
Don't worry about the blonde haired girl. Don't worry about her. And I'm not even gonna talk down on the blonde haired girl because I think the dude in this situation is the one who's wrong. I don't really know the whole story. But don't blame it on the girl, you know, and don't be insecure. Don't, you know, you Olivia Rodrigo. Your songs are huge. You huge, man. You gotta walk in your power.
You said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
I know that part. Hey, like me listening to this, I'm just kind of like, you know, like she'll get over it. I'm feeling that, you know what I mean? Not to invalidate her experience or try to make it seem like, you know, what she's going through isn't shit, because it probably feels like her world was fucking caving in. But being a person who's went through heartbreaks and being a person who's went through depression and being a person who's went through those teenage emotions and feelings and still have trauma and healing to do from certain things, I can tell you that all this shit's gonna be okay. Everything really is just a lesson. There's really no L's in life. The only L's are lessons, because you learn how to move and you learn how not to move. And that's all it is. We're just put here to learn, man. Life is like a classroom. We think it's always supposed to be enjoyable, but it's not. You know, we're put here really to learn, man. To gain knowledge, to navigate through this experience and help each other. But sonically, an amazing song. Like I said, her production is great. She has an amazing voice, and I like how she conveys emotion, and I like how she expresses herself, and just her vulnerability and her transparency in her work, in her art. That's something to be admired. But yeah, trust me, Olivia, you know, the situation's probably resolved now, but that shit not gonna matter, man. You're a star. Try number 4, 1 step forward, 3 steps back.
Got me messed up in the head, boy. Never doubted myself so much. I hate that I give you power over that kind of stuff.
I feel that, man. Once you relinquish your power to people gonna let you down. Like 99.9% of the time. Because humans are just humans, man. People lie to themselves. People hurt themselves. So people can only love you and meet you as deeply as they've met themselves.
It's always 1 step forward and 3 steps back.
Her music reminds me of Billie Eilish a little bit. I think Billie's music is a lot more dark sometimes, but just the way that they, you know, sing things and convey messages, and their messages kind of align. They both have their respective lanes, you know. Track number 5, Deja Vu.
All it looks on you.
I like that.
But it's all used.
Okay, so hold on. She on demon time. She ain't caring about that girl's happiness. She just like, hey, you used to do that shit with me, so you need to tell her you used to do that shit with me. And make it not special for her. I don't know why the fuck she thinks she having fun. You not having fun, girl. He used to do that shit with me. She on demon time. You are still special. They just learn that from, you know, their last experience. That's what you're supposed to do, though. You can't really be upset about that. You know what I mean? You can't be upset when they do it with the next person. Like, if I was to break up with my girl, she's definitely taking my lingo and my mannerisms and all kind of shit to the next nigga. Okay, I think I heard this on TikTok too. Yeah, I definitely heard this.
When she's with you.
Oh, Olivia.
Call her when you say my name.
Another song where I have to compliment the production. I love how she sets the scene. How her music just builds up. She builds up suspense. She builds up momentum. Just lets it loose at a part in the song, and I like that. I keep mentioning how her stuff is so cinematic. That's one of my favorites, man, because she was really on there talking crazy. Like, do you call her and almost say my name? So good for you. Already heard. Let's listen to it a little bit because I like it. She was flowing on her. This part right here reminds me of a Nirvana song. If you know what it is, please tell me. It's making me go crazy. Track number 7, Enough for You.
Like the other prom queens, I know that you loved before. Enough for you.
I'm trying to turn up a little bit, Olivia. I need some of that. I'm good for you. You was going crazy on that. Track number 8, Happier.
Girl who brings out the better in you.
She's on toxic time. She's on demon time. I hope you're happy, but don't be happier. Track number 9, Jealousy.
Beauty is not my lack, and I can't let it go.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So look, I don't know how old Olivia is. So I'm going to keep this very, very surface level. Looking at you, Olivia, you're a beautiful girl. You even said it, you know, I know beauty is not something that I lack. You're you. There's no other Olivia. You know what I mean? And you're not lacking in the looks department. So all this to wearing and comparing yourself to each other girls, you ain't got to do that.
Comparison.
Hey.
Killing me.
Okay, next track we got on here is Favorite Crime. Oh shit. CSI. Oh, I like how she be doing that little. Baby, you're mine. Cause you say forever, now I try for more pleasure. I like how she be doing that. Yeah, that was another one of my favorites. So track number 11 is Hope You're Okay. This is the last track on here, and we're gonna get into it.
Parents cared more about the Bible than being good to their own child. Made a royal flood.
I like that. Hope he took his bad deal and made a royal flush. I love that line. You're responsible for your happiness, you know, and that's sometimes hard for people to hear. Even if you're dealt a bad hand, even if people hurt you, as much as you want to be like, it's your responsibility to fix this, you have to fix this, they have no obligation to fix you, but you do. You have the responsibility to fix yourself and make sure that you're okay. So I love that line. Great line, Olivia. Great line.
We don't talk much, but I just gotta say I miss you to the holes in my butterfly wings.
Okay, so that is probably my favorite song lyrically on this entire project. That was beautifully written. That was a beautiful song. I love what she said. Closing line, she said, well, I hope you know how proud I am you were created with the courage to unlearn all of their hatred. I love that. Like I said, you are responsible for your happiness. Nobody else is. But I love how she puts that nugget out there. It's like, I'm proud. I'm happy that you were created. Somebody does love you. Don't think just because you have so many examples of hatred and unkindness that kindness doesn't exist or love doesn't exist. There are people out there. It's just hard to see when the examples, the people that are supposed to be examples of love in your life are those examples of hatred. That shit kind of choking me up, bro, because that shit kind of not cool, man. Like, people grow up with these traumas and shit, like, just from people not showing them love, man. It's like, I wish I could just give everybody a big ass hug. That was Olivia Rodrigo's Sour, and I will say that I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think if I was in a different space, I would have been able to connect more with the songs. Most of this was heartbreak music. I'm not in heartbreak mode, so I can only relate to it to an extent just from past experiences, but I'm not living in that right now. Sonically, amazing. Amazing production. She has an amazing voice. She's extremely talented. I love her writing. Excited to see what she does in the future, you know. Excited to see her growth as a human being, as an artist. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not. Turn on my post notifications to be notified every single time that I upload. Hit me with some Olivia Rodrigo facts. Tell me how you felt about the video. Tell me what was your favorite song on here. I will have to say my favorite song is Good For You. And she just really got in her bag on there. But yeah, thanks for watching.
See the subscriber count here? We really need to get that number up to 10,000.